the damselfly. I've been seeing a lot of damselflies still out there on the lake. Number 10 hook is what I'm going to use, just to approximate a damselfly. This is basically will be a streamer pattern. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 wraps back, secure the thread, back 4, 3. The thread is it's this stuff. It's sulky. It's I think it's like an embroidery thread or something. Okay, for this we're going to use bucktail, and we're going to use flash, black and blue. I get this from Fly Tying Dungeon, but just use whatever you have. Get one strand of black, one strand of blue, chop it in half, and this will form the body essentially, and chop it in half again, chop it in half again, and we'll chop it in half again. And from that I'll mount onto the fly. Gathering loop, and we'll snip that off just maybe a couple of millimeters, maybe beyond the bend of the hook, maybe beyond the end of the hook I should say, and that's essentially the body. For the legs, we invert the hook. We take some blue, this is bucktail. Typically what I'll do is take a little bit of the curly gnarly stuff near where the black is, get a clump, thin it out. We're going to clip off the long ends here. Generally, if I've already done a bunch of these, I'll have these already prepared. And we're going to clip off the long ends and set that aside, and leave the short end, the butt hackle end here, the butt end, to put onto the fly forward. This is probably too many legs, but and then we're going to do a parachute wing casing. Makes that stand up. Those damselflies are those blue and almost purplish looking dragonflies you see on the river and on the lake during the summers. Pull that up and make it even with the point of the hook. Right, and there's our legs. And if you want, you can crush it like that. Simulate the legs of the damselfly. Alright, now we're going to take the long fibers, the long blue fibers of our bucktail, or the ones that we just cut off before. Take the long ends this time, the long fine end that's going to make the tail, or thin it out always. And about twice as long as the hook maybe. And we'll put this guy here, mount, where it's starting to get a little bit too crowded, the front of the hook. All we're doing is giving the impression of a damselfly, not trying to make it, we're not copying a damselfly. Then you're going to get the black stuff, the dark black stuff that's at the butt of the clump of the tail of the bucktail. The shorter, stubbier fibers, hairier fibers. Thin that out, get that clump, because it's black, make it a little bit shorter than the longer, and this simulates the wing. That's all it's really meant to do. And you save all those end stubs to use as the legs for the next fly, so nothing gets wasted is my point. Oh no, see, it wants to twist on you. It'll do that. That's why I hate doing these at times. Now it's completely coming unraveled now. That's why I would like to secure it with some sort of glue first. You're just giving the impression, because once the water hits it, it'll slick back like that. So you got a little bit of peacock herl there, if you really wanted. The blue fiber would be best, but don't worry about it if you don't get it. Now just put this on here. Oh, come on now. Take the peacock herl, And just simply wrap that forward to simulate the eye of the fly. It gives it, you know, flies have that sort of fluorescent pearlescent look to their head and their eyes. You add that on there. And so now you've got a nice flashy fly. And we've got the hook crowded pretty badly here, but you see the point. The more and more of them you tie, better and better you'll get at it. Keep those, save that for the next fly. You know, no need to get rid of it. You see some of these fly tying videos where a guy will have a big clump of stuff and cut half of it off just to throw it away, and you're like, dude, what's your problem? you could have tied 5 more flies. Snip that. And that, my friends, is basically, you take a little drop of super glue, just get it down in there into those threads any way you can. I use just get it down in there. This is a crow feather that I find these crow feathers all around. Whenever when I'm around and I see one, I get one. That's super glue. And my friends, that is my rendition of a damselfly. Hopefully you'll see these in the next episode of Jugging.